Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And we're underway from Soldier Field. Trying to locate it. Oh no, he lost it! Oh no, and it bounces out of their own end zone. That's gonna be a safety. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Coming out throwing is Baker. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Mayfield with a blitz coming. And that one's unsuccessful. He was looking for Chris Godwin on that play. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty. Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Right back to Irving now. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. That was Kenny Clark on the tackle. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Mayfield on 1st and 10. This is caught by Trey Palmer. And he gets him around 6 there. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Hey, along the line! Along the line!
Irving here from the gun. And he'll go down here at the 16. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down from the red zone. Catch made by Bucky Irving. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Baker now from the gun. He's on the move. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throw away.
3rd down. Here's Mayfield. He has the first over the middle. And this is down all the way to the 3. This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. And they will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Bucs get lined up and they will kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
97. Set, hut. Snap, red.
Love throwing to start us off. That's caught, Tucker Kraft. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Come on, set. Clock, 10. Ready, ready.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And that's good for a gain of 5. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea. Working quickly here.
Good, 52. Red, cycle. Ready?
Here's 2nd and 5. On the move, headed right. He's gonna let this go. He's got it. Looks like the feet are in bounds too. I don't believe it. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment.
Okay, ready?
Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive.
Blue striker. 6. Mega. Hut.
Love out of the shotgun. He smartly won't risk something here. Just chucks it away.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
1-3 rail. Hut, hut.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. Big gap up the middle. And he's finally brought down at the 9. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Here we go. Set.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Set.
They'll run. Jacobs. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Ultra. Go ultra. Opposite. Green. Yellow. Go.
Slot man motioned over.
Set.
Dillon. Will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. You continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or you're now forced to put the ball in the air.
Black ultra. Set. Huh?
Love now on 3rd and goal. Buys time, rolling right. And he'll go down. The Bucs brought pressure and got him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage. On for the field goal now. Here's Brandon McManus. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And the kick by Folk is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield now from the gun. He puts some power on a deep one left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
He's trying another one deep. He's got it inside the 25. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers now lead by 10. Mike Evans with the touchdown. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the the Buccaneers drive their lead to 11. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. This, the snap that's going to take us inside the 2-minute warning.
52 blaster.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. And it's the Buccaneers beginning their drive here. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. 1st down, here's Baker. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. This one's taken in by Otten. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. He slides down inside the 5-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Mayfield will look to throw. Chased out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Mayfield now on 3rd and goal. Forced out to his right. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout, so that's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that extends their lead to 14.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime.
Ready. Field black. Claws red. Yellow. Ready.
1st down throw. Here's Love. Catch is made down the right sideline. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
Black shot.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Fight, fight. Ready?
Thrown on first down, Love. He's on the move. Throwing for the end zone. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. The rookie from Georgia has it. Oh, he loses it on the return. They could get this back. And the Buccaneers scoop it up. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Slide through. Blaster, six. Check, huh?
Love from the gun. This is on target to Christian Watson.
Let's go.
And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Hauled down by Christian Izien. Shotgun now for Love. Oh, put some heat on this deep. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Pass is caught at the 9. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Set, ready. Fight, 97. Trail green. Ready.
First down from the red zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. It's 2nd and goal.
Close, 10. Cut.
Complete on the option. Touchdown, Green Bay. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talked about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch, or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying the time for that play that led to the score.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Baker out of the pistol. On the move, headed right. That's complete inside the 35. Offense up to the line fast. Mayfield thrown out of the pistol. That's going to be caught by Evans. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First and 10. Here's Mayfield. Look, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. That's caught at the 4. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Buys time, rolling run, and they will score. It's a Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers push their lead further to start the half. Baker Mayfield, the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
Ready, set.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 43 rail. 10 cycles. Cut, cut.
Love out of the shotgun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. So it'll be 2nd down.
Down there. 52. Set, hut. Set.
Here's Love. And he's brought down for a loss.
Set, set.
Offense in the hurry up here.
Set.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Love. He's throwing deep to the left side. They connect on the deep shot. It's a Green Bay touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Mayfield on 1st and 10. He lets one fly deep downfield. And the big hitter will not be reeled in. That's incomplete, and that would have made for an impressive catch on our final play of the 3rd quarter. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing again is Baker. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He's back to throw. He beams one deep right side. Big game downfield. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Here we go, set. Striker, 3-3. Cut.
Love. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers put together a wonderful return. Gets him back inside the 40 following the interception.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Baker now off the play fake. He sends this one to the end zone. And he sails that one over the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Point it right.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers have likely locked up the win right there. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out.